A Few Quick Facts, Air Transport Ships, China and Fire was released in 1954. This does feature Private Snafu, and of course this was released for soldiers during the Second World War. It's directed by George Gordon, and there will be spoilers as I discuss what happens in this. The whole thing is about 2 minutes, and it's actually really interesting. I have to take the information that's presented with a pinch of salt, but what we're learning about, if it's true, is really interesting. It starts off with information about how many planes are travelling a certain distance in a certain amount of time, and by the time you've cleaned your teeth, the planes will have travelled this distance, and it's really fascinating. Very, very well animated as well. We have a lot of black, silhouettes of planes, and it's very busy, but very effective. We then have a similar animation style, but with lots of ships, and we learn how their fleet has expanded dramatically, absolutely designed to make the Navy look huge and impressive. And I'll be honest, it does come across that way. In the third section, we have some information that I thought was, definitely fascinating, but again, I'm taking it with a pinch of salt. If anybody can corroborate any of this, please feel free to do so. But it talks about how much money a Chinese soldier has earned during the fight, and it doesn't seem like a lot of money at all, even for the 1940s. But maybe I'm just not good at converting what money used to be versus what it is now, but it doesn't seem like a tremendous amount. But that section is ended by saying he's earned this much and the respect of the entire civilized world. So into that I am reading that they have got some money. Again, I don't think it sounds like a lot of money, but they've got respect. And that is significantly more important than money in the bank, which I don't necessarily agree with on every turn, but I feel like that's the message they're trying to deliver. And then we end with Snafu. And another statistic, and if it is a true statistic, again, very interesting. And it talks about fires in the army and at base and how that is a risk. And apparently 17% of fires were caused by soldiers smoking in their bed, obviously dropping the cigarettes or the ash, lighting the bedding or anything like that, any other fabrics. That's interesting. That's quite a high number. And it's definitely, if true, something that I found to be pretty fascinating. So it's certainly an interesting episode of A Few Quick Facts. This one, each of them is produced by a different company. This one is actually an MGM one. There are a few done by UPA and a couple of other companies. This one was MGM, and I thought it was pretty good. Decently animated, doesn't have too much going on. It's quite straightforward, the animation. It's not too busy. The facts are delivered very clearly, easy to follow, and if true, that's pretty interesting. If you're interested in cartoons about the Second World War, then A Few Quick Facts as a series is definitely worth checking out. And this one in particular, I'd say is certainly worth watching.